new norm that we have. You're glowing in the sun.
In the
Okay.
sun, I had to find a good light.
Listen, I'm here for it. The beam, okay? But no, so there's so much to talk about. It's been a while, and it's so funny because I was gonna hit you up, or well, I did hit you up back in October. It was like, we gotta do an interview, and you were like, I'm in South Africa right now. I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
No, but
we could have did it in South Africa. It would have been hard.
Right. No, absolutely. But we want you, in physical form. So I'm glad that, obviously we're in this COVID-19 issue. So this is the best that we can do. But I'm so happy to have you here on Where is the Buzz TV. So I have to start off by saying congratulations. And also, how has it been for coronavirus, the pandemic? What's it been like for you?
Well, I'm a homebody. So leaving the house isn't really something I do all the time anyway. But I used to go to the gym like every day, twice a day, and now I can't do that. So that's different. The home workouts, you're figuring out how your body works best with home workouts and things like that. And honestly, I'm staying in this silver lining positive space where I know we're going to get through it. I know this too shall pass, but I just personally have to, do what I can to make sure I'm safe, my community is safe, and therefore, we're helping the world by, wearing our masks when we go out and, not going out for things that aren't essential and not gathering, things like that. So I'm doing my part knowing that everyone else wants to be out of this too, and we're going to do our parts and we're going to get through this.
Absolutely. Absolutely. There are so many businesses that closed and a lot of festivals that like either postponed or just said, we're not doing it no more.
Comic-Con!
Girl!
Comic-Con!
Girl! Listen.
The year I become an action alien superhero.
I know. I thought about that going into prepping for the interview because I was like, dang, this would have been her first Comic-Con. But you never know, next year, because I'm low-key surprised that they just canceled it. I thought that they were going to.
Yeah, they were like, yeah, we're done. This ain't it.
Yeah, no, Comic-Con is lit. I'm not even going to lie to you.
I really want to do it.
Yeah. No, but you got your moment. And then, honestly, you already got your outfit because Elida, just take it off from the pop in and pop out. Like this is actually me getting checks as Elida. Okay. Yes. But we do want to jump into Elida. That's super, super dope. Again, congrats to you. This is the first Black female lead in a sci-fi series? Or is that let me make sure that I'm not giving you the wrong. Yes. Okay. Because I was gonna say, but that's super, super dope because go ahead.
Definitely there was Firefly before me. And
right.
Also Watchmen. There's also Black female leads on Black Lightning. So I want to give them all the credit for, paving the way too. But I am on a very short list that I'm so, so unbelievably grateful to be on and to help be paving this way so we can open diversity into the sci-fi realm.
Yeah, no, I was meaning for Syfy the network.
Oh, no, I think they had Firefly.
Okay, cool beans. I was about to say, yeah, we can't forget about, all the OGs in the game. So first, I do want to take it all the way back for people who do not know. So you're originally from Delaware?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then you moved to Atlanta, but you were a whole scientist, went to school for that. Like, first of all, and that's not something that I knew. We've known each other for a couple of years now. I didn't know that about you. So what was that transition like for you you just literally said, you fell into acting, but you moved to Atlanta and you found a mentor, which is something that a lot of people don't have the opportunity to do. So what was that like?
It was like scary, but divinely done because I can't explain how it just worked out. I can't explain right now as the lead of Vagrant Queen. I don't know. I just know that I worked really hard. Me and God made a plan, and I was like, all right, I got you. And I'm gonna do this, and he said, I'm gonna do that, and we worked together, and we was like, voila. So moving to Atlanta was really scary, but because I did have mentors, it was very helpful that they guided me. Like I remember Michael of 112, Michael Keith, he used to train me on like interviews and what to say, what not to say, how to carry myself when I'm out in here and I'm out in there and things like that. And then Carl teaching me like the Stanislavski and Stella Adler methods of acting and the fundamentals and, starting with the theater base. So I was blessed to have that to take a lot of the anxiety and also to help me figure out how to walk on this path.
Yeah, no, absolutely. The first time that I saw you and met you was in Burning Sands. I know I literally was looking for the picture. I was trying to pull it up because we still have that picture that we took. And we just literally, it's so crazy how this all comes together, but it's super, super dope. But so from Burning Sands, and then you went to Atlanta, which I got to interview for that one as well. You've had such great roles. I mean, you've gotten on great projects, especially with Black, predominantly Black production teams and creativity teams. What has it been like for you? I guess really your journey, because so in between Burning Sands, what was happening for you? What were you prepping for? And then when Atlanta happened, are you still in Atlanta?
No, I'm in LA. I live in
Okay.
LA. In between Burning Sands, girl, honestly, I was just like, I just want to work. I just want to act. And I was just auditioning like crazy. And I remember we were getting good feedback and we were getting callbacks and things like that. And it was just like, what is it? Why is it like so close, but no? Mm-hmm. And it weren't meant for me. And, I kept studying, kept working very hard. And eventually I got this role. And I remember other people that I knew had auditioned for Atlanta before me. Mm-hmm. Like, dang, I wanna audition for that. And then I got the audition and I like loved it. So I like myself into it. And we got the call that I actually booked Rockmeyer.
Okay.
And I was like, oh man, that takes me out of the way. I can't do Atlanta. They shoot around the same time. And it was the same casting director, so they worked it out so I was able to do both. Because then I got, 2 days later, I got the call that I booked Atlanta. And I was like, okay, God, I was being patient. But,
no, that's dope.
Yeah, it was like all at one time, and I was like, whew. But before, in between that, I was really just auditioning and grinding, going to the lab to make some money to make sure I could, still chase my dream and not be on the streets. And
okay,
it was just a
right, gotta have them side jobs, absolutely. But I mean, you had a whole career though. You didn't have a side job. You were a bona fide certified scientist. I definitely want to ask you about that. So what specifically does that entail? What was your daily life like as a scientist while also being an actor?
My daily life was like, I would get my schedule in advance, and I would, at first when I was working at Theater Sinai, I remember going to the interview and telling them straight up, I'm an actor. And they were like, oh, how does that work? How would you be in the lab? And I was like, well, I kind of just want to be able to tell you when I have auditions, and then I go to those really quick and come back to work. And I was super transparent with them, and they appreciated that. And they were like, okay, yeah, we'll make it work. So I was going to auditions on, I'm so sorry, I just seen somebody riding on
No.
I was going to auditions on my lunch break. And then I ended up getting fired because I couldn't make a shift because of an audition because I booked a role. So,
okay.
Yeah. So
and that was the bigger check.
I mean, it was where my passion was.
Yes. So
my average day at work, though, honestly, I would go to work, I would do QC and all that other stuff, and then I would study lines in between. And then people would, what you need? You need something? Try to hide. I don't want them to think I'm not working, but I would be reading my acting books, and I would be practicing monologues in my sides that I got for auditions and stuff. I mean, when I had stuff.
That's crazy, because I know, and that's literally a creative's life, is balancing your 9 to 5 and then also what you actually want to do. And I think that's, I'd say in between the times, and everybody who's in the live chat right now, if you guys have any questions for her, please throw them at us and we will get to them. It's interesting because I guess I would say that the hardest part about being a creative is trying to keep that momentum and being stressed out while you're trying to keep your 9 to 5. Because like you said, you're like, I want to do my job here, but at the same time, where my love and my passion goes to is just not this.
Yeah. And then it's a fine balance of, interacting with your coworkers and not degrading what they chose as a career. You know, that there were time periods where it would be, I remember distinctly walking into the lab and someone said, "Oh, Miss Hollywood's here." And I was like,
Oh, bitter.
"Hello, morning."
Right.
So it's, you know, it was a process of making sure I respected the fact that they chose science and trying to respect the fact that I love acting, and that's, both of them are okay.
Right. No, absolutely. So you booked the role for Vagrant Queen. You are playing Elida. Tell me from start to finish. So when you went in, how many did you have to do? Was it like, did you do tests, like chemistry tests? And no, really? Okay, so no, so tell us the tea.
Okay, so I really feel like I need to, do I need to
No, do what you gotta do, girl. We in quarantine.
really bright?
You got it. Oh, come on.
Hello.
Complexion popping.
Oh, oh, thank you, Lily Fit. Okay, so as far as, you can actually see my face now. As far as the role, I got this audition from my manager, and I instantly fell in love with it. It was like, I read the sides one time. It was 6 pages. I read the sides one time, and I was off book for all of it. And I was like, "Oh,
really?
Yeah.
You were off book?
Yeah.
Okay, that's
like,
super.
Love her."
And for people who don't know what off book, that means that you don't use the script at all. You don't use your sides at all.
It was memorized.
Right.
So I did that, and then I did my first audition, and I was like, I did it how I saw it in my head, because I read the pilot, I read the comic, I seen how the world was, and having the comic there was like really helpful to like see if my vision was matching what, you know, they were looking for. I did it exactly how I saw it in my head, and apparently they liked it because we got notes really fast. But I had to self-tape because our showrunner, who was also the director for the first 2 episodes, she was in South Africa.
Okay.
She was in South Africa already scouting and things. So I self-taped, we got the notes for, you know, a callback self-tape, and then I made the adjustments. And I remember, because she gave me notes that kind of stretched me to see if I could do it. Like, you know, just to see. Not that I did something wrong the first time, but she wanted to see all my abilities. So I did this second one, and I was like, I really love that one, and I'm not gonna book this. I was so sad. I remember crying. And like 5 days later, my manager calls, and he's like, "Can I speak to Elida?" And I was like, "James, stop playing with me."
Oh.
I was in Ralph's, girl. I was in Ralph's.
That's awesome.
I had to run out of Ralph's because I started crying, and I was like, "Oh my god, oh my god."
Girl, listen, but those are, because you've worked so hard. You really, really have. Like, seeing your journey, literally, I would be screaming at the screen when I would see you. First of all, because I didn't know he was going to be in Atlanta. And then I was watching Atlanta, and I'm like, oh my God, there goes Adrian. She's out here doing it. Like, but that's, seriously, it's been super, super amazing to be able to watch your journey up close in some form. And like I said, I have to give it to you. That's super dope. How long were you in South Africa?
For 4.5 months, from July to October.
Was it a culture shock at all? Like, was it easy to adjust to?
So fam. It was, oh, I love them. Hi guys. Culture shock, actually. Like, I had never been outside of the country. So I got there, like, we got to get to work. And I was like, okay, can I have some ketchup? And they're like, yeah, it's tomato sauce. I was like, no, I'm like, ketchup. This is different.
Okay, so
yeah, it's like there's different, you know, names for different foods. Like,
okay,
cilantro, they say coriander. It's like different stuff, you know. So it was that, and then the people were very genuine, very, very nice and kind people. But you know, it's just acclimating to this whole different world, you know. And the biggest thing for me was understanding like the money and what. Because I feel like we're super spoiled in America, number one, but we're super, super spoiled in LA.
Yes.
So I was like, you don't have this? You also have that? You have this? For that?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I found it, because I became a vegetarian because Elida was a vegetarian. And it was kind of hard because they don't have Impossible Burgers there yet. They only have Beyond, but I don't like Beyond Burgers. So I was like, what am I going to eat? I'll eat celery.
Listen,
look, so,
keeping the body tight and right.
Too. But it was just things like that, you know, that you had to get acclimated to. The electricity there, where it's like you pay for it, and then if you can run out, once it gets to zero, everything cuts off in the house. It's not like, it's not like here where, you know, the electric will stay on and then they bill you later. You pay as you go. Then,
they said, look,
or in Celsius, it was just like, I was lost for a good minute. The rand, they have the rand, which is different from the dollar, and I think it's like $15 rands are equal to $1. Figuring out how to like how to tip people or how much I should pay for something. You know,
I would be in love with being around so many Black people. That's what I would have like. Ooh, that I can only imagine, especially if that's your first time out of the country and you got to go to Africa, like. That would literally blow my mind.
It's a diverse culture, though. Like, I know you think Africa and you automatically think African like Black people, but so many people of Indian descent. There are so many people that are. It's a group of people called Afrikaans. They're German and Dutch, and they have their own language. And you know, you learn that. You learn Zulu. You learn Xhosa, and it's like so many different. It's so diverse. So I know that you think all Black, and there is, of course, a lot of Black people in Africa, but I think it was really beautiful to see all these different people interact with all these different people in Africa, and this is their home too. Like, this is their motherland too.
Right, absolutely. Was there a lot of, obviously there's a lot of training that goes into it. Are you still a vegetarian?
I am, actually. I've reverted back to it, but when I got back to America, I had to eat some crab cakes and things.
Okay. Crab cake. So that's your go-to.
Oh, yes. I love it. Seafood is one thing it's really hard to give up.
Yes.
Like my this pho. Is amazing.
So did you do a lot of training for her, for Elida? Yeah.
I was in the gym for like 3-4 times a week. Then we had stunt training at least twice a week, and that was on its own. And then I had stunt training in between, you know. Someone said Merlin crabs, stunt training in between, like scenes. Oh, you have a minute? Let's do some stick fighting. Okay, all right. I was going to take a nap, but all right, let's go.
Right.
So I learned a lot though, because I didn't know stick fighting before. I didn't know that, and you know, I didn't know how to do some of these kicks, and I could punch, but punching correctly and things like that. And luckily I had this amazing stunts team and stunt coordinator that were just so patient with me and understanding, and they understood how to like explain things to me and then put it into action. I think that's the main thing when it comes to teaching, is knowing how to explain things.
Yes. Okay, absolutely. Who was the first person that you told that you got the role?
The first person I told that I got the role, I believe, was the person who helped me tape my self-tape.
Okay.
Because because the person that helped me tape, they were like giving me all the acting juices they had on the other side of that camera. and like, I just appreciate them so much for giving it their all. So I called and I was like, yo, I just put her on. And they were like, are you serious? Oh my gosh.
And were they an actor too?
Yes.
Okay. That's dope. That's super, super dope.
It was really great.
Wow, there was actually another question I was going to ask you in regards. Oh, so tell us, for people who don't know, because does it come out? I know that the episodes come on Friday, but I saw one come out on Thursday, I believe, too. What's the actual day?
Thursday is the day. Thursday
okay.
On Syfy.
Cool. See, let people know so that they can go and watch. Because, no, seriously, I'll say this. I watch sci-fi every now and again when they have their, like, movies and stuff. But now I'm like, okay. And it's such an action-packed series, and it kind of goes into the superhero action world, and I'm super excited, and I'm excited to watch. For those who don't know the story exactly, can you give us like a brief of what it's about?
So Vagrant Queen is about a childhood queen or a child queen who she was cast out of her queendom and monarchy because the monarchy was overthrown by the Republic, who didn't agree with how the monarchy was running their, planet.
Mm-hmm.
Living her best life, but she reverts to scavenging to make ends meet, to meet people and things like that. And she kind of completely negates the fact that she's a queen, and she just dismisses that part of her and just wants to be normal. And she meets friends. Some friends have fallout, so on and so forth. And then there's this one friend that she meets. He comes back to her and tells her, "Hey, your mother is still alive." After she literally watched her mother get shot in front of her. She was dead. So that is the start. That's exactly where you start off in the story of the moment where she finds out that her mother is still alive, and it catapults a journey, not just of finding her mother, but of finding herself and her own voice.
Absolutely. Do you see a little bit of yourself in Elida?
Yeah,
in any regard?
I do. I feel like this last year has been a journey of me finding my own voice as well. So that part of her journey, I was like, wow, like I get it. I feel that.
Mm-hmm.
And how she feels about friendship and loyalty. Like, she's not the friend that she's probably going to call you every day and just chit chat for 2 hours. But when you guys do talk, whether it's once a week or once a month, you're going to know that she's your friend, and y'all aren't going to skip a beat. You're going to pick up right where you left off. That's,
Absolutely. I want to jump into, you used to do, well, I'm sure you still do, but the IG comedy videos. Do you still do those? Like, or are you still making content and producing some different ideas?
I do sometimes. My last one, what's the last one I did? I think the last one I did was if girls hit on guys, the way guys for sure. But justice for them. Hi, Sophia. Yeah, so that was the last time I did it, but it's kind of hard to do it now. We do it in a split screen type situation, but I really enjoyed doing that. It let me create in the midst of like not having a set to be on. You know what I mean?
No, speak to that. What do you suggest people do if they're not working at the moment, they haven't booked a job in a while? What would you say is your best advice to keep a creative busy in the meantime?
I think the most important thing is to keep your mind busy and keep your craft sharp. So be prepared. If you're working hard work never goes like without acknowledgement. So work hard and it's gonna come. So make sure that you're ready when it does come. And stay uplifted, stay positive, and make sure you have a life that actually balances acting and your career. So, I mean, of course, go 100% for what you believe in and your passion, but also have an outlet to, make yourself happy, whether that's working out or, hiking or doing, different things that people take up as hobbies. I think that's, and in the midst of, not working, create as much as you can, whether that's writing, whether that's reading, scripts that you would like to do and understanding how it worked for that person and things like that, or what they did with the character. And, make a short film. Get some friends. Most actors have actor friends. Get some friends. Let's make a short film. They'll be down.
Right. Okay. Right. Especially now, because it's not like, I mean, we got to do it at social distancing, everybody.
Yes.
Not be around people if you don't need to be, okay? We have a few questions. I want to make sure, because I'm like new to this whole. Okay.
Live.
I know, live is just crazy. Okay, so it looks like LilyBit28 asks, can you ask Adriyan what was her first impression of Tim, Alex, and the other actors?
My first impression, I seen Tim and I was like, wow, he's handsome. And I seen Alex and I was like, beautiful. And then this is just like literally just seeing them before they spoke. And then when Tim spoke to me, and we actually, the first time I met him, I believe, was in our rehearsal. We did a one-on-one rehearsal with Jim. And I remember leaving that rehearsal like, gosh, he's great. This is going to be great. I was just super excited. So that was my first impression. And then with Alex, I remember talking to her, and the first thing I did was laugh. So she was just always adorable and bubbly and fun to me. That was my first impression.
Okay. So Lily, I hope that was the juice that you needed, girl. Rush dot versus dot Campbell says, if you got the chance to play any character in any action movie, who would it be and why?
Any action movie. You know what I would love? I honestly would love Laura and Tomb Raider. Like a new Tomb Raider.
Oh, yes. Okay, listen, I would definitely be down for that because
right, it's fun.
You know, because you know, Jolie, she killed it. She did.
Yes.
But just a little, you know, and just a little bit of color of pop would not hurt nobody. I'm not gonna lie. You know, like a Colombiana feel, because Colombiana was my movie.
That was a good movie.
It was. Seriously. Like, no, for real. I definitely can see that. I'm trying to see. So this is kind of a fun question, but you don't have to answer if you're uncomfortable. It was cute. Okay, so Sheriff Finn says, what's your favorite alcohol?
My favorite. Sheriff Finn, here's the thing. I don't drink.
Oh!
I don't drink. I don't smoke. My soul fam could have told you that, though.
Listen, she said, look, clean cut and ready to go. Well, I'll say this. What's your... Let's switch that question around. What's your guilty pleasure when it comes to food?
Ice cream. I'm addicted to ice cream.
Okay.
Bad.
Flavor.
Like, love ice cream.
What's your favorite flavor?
My favorite, and it's like, my favorite flavors aren't even like extravagant. Like, but no, it's not that. I'm like, that's too much. And it's very specific. Haagen-Dazs, chocolate chip cookie though.
Okay.
I love that. Haagen-Dazs, their vanilla almond milk chocolate pop things, really great. And then Breyer's natural vanilla bean. Those are my favorite ice creams.
Okay, those are pretty.
Bland.
No, listen. I feel like I'm a picky person too when it comes to my food. So listen, you gotta get what you want to get. It's what you're paying for. So you gotta put in what you're gonna get out.
Oh, yeah, soul fam. But when it comes, that's ice cream. But when it comes to popsicles, yes, it is Outshine bars, the watermelon, or the raspberry flavor.
Okay. Listen, details. They know about you, girl. So, someone said, are you a gamer? That's from Deuces R.
Deuces R? No, I'm not. But if you put a remote control in front of me, I'm going to try to whoop your ass. I'm too competitive. Not try to win, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm gonna hit all the buttons and hope something works. That's what I'm thinking.
Just the person, right? The person who's just like fumbling and ends up winning, though. That's always that person that just wins and they don't even know what they're doing.
Circles on it.
I'm dead.
I won.
And I'm just in there, the Mortal Kombat player. That's what I be calling them, okay? Because, somebody else just said something. They said your favorite. So what's your favorite workout track? That's a good one.
Ooh, my favorite workout track right now. It is. Right now, I just downloaded this song, and it's kind of like, it's a little ratchet, but I love it.
No, you know, hey, ratchet works.
It's by Cookie Kawaii. Called.
Okay. Oh, okay. Ooh, let me not lie on here. I feel like I know who you're talking about, though. I feel like I do. But regardless, shout out to them.
Yeah, that in slow motion. You know.
Oh, wait. Not slow motion. We're not talking about Ludacris. I'm talking about slow.
This one.
Oh, okay. I thought that was called slow motion. Because that's not slow motion.
Hey, I can do this workout now.
Those are ratchet. Those are like upbeat, very like Lizzo. Because Lizzo kind of gets me pumped.
Yeah, it's like, I'm like, that's my workout vibe. Like in that realm. Like, I will work out all day. Like, why men great till we gotta be great? And I'm like, yeah.
No, for real. Yes. Kirk Franklin's another person who is very positive and gets me motivated when I'm working out. Kirk Franklin is that guy.
Yeah, I like that. It's, you know, I have to be in certain moods. Certain moods, I'm like, I just want to listen to R&B while I work out today.
You know, really, see, I need something that's gonna be like just push me. Like, I'm trying to think. I can't think of T Grizzly. That's like my go-to. But so you said art. Go ahead.
Thank you.
Oh,
She said, cute.
yes, girl. Somebody said juvenile. Okay. No, just juvenile, not a track, just juvenile. Okay. Listen. Oh, okay. Someone says, "What's your Hogwarts house?"
I haven't taken the quiz.
Okay.
I want to be Gryffindor. I want to be
like
hey.
anything else ain't working. Okay. I'm trying to see if there's anyone because we have a game that we're gonna play and it's all about queens. You cleaned the most. Okay, this is a good question. What's the one thing that you've cleaned the most during quarantine?
The most? My countertops. I'm upset.
Mm-hmm.
As soon as there's a drop of water, it has to go.
Really? What's your birthday?
October 7th. I'm
also Libra. Okay. Sister signs. But you guys are like the opposite. I'm Aries, but you guys are the opposites of us. But it's okay. It's fine. We connect in other ways. Okay.
Scientists made me have I seriously probably have OCD. I'm a germaphobe. So the things, honestly, and I'm not even lying, the things that everyone is doing now, how people are kicking buttons for the crosswalk instead of on them, touching elbows for the elevator buttons, things like that. I've been doing that my whole life. And people, oh, you're a germaphobe because I don't open doors with my hands. I don't do that. It's because literally there's poop on the doors. If I was to swab it, it would be the same bacteria that's found in feces. So I don't personally do it, and it's because I was a scientist and I used to, do that. So this has been my daily life. I'm like, okay.
Not feces on the door handle though.
That's literally how I think of it.
No, well, you're right though, and it just put my whole life into a different perspective. I take a paper towel and then I'll just grab the handle and turn it and then just toss it away. But one thing I will say is I'm mad that people are just now getting hip to the dab.
Oh, but that's the thing. In some cultures, honestly, like in South Africa, they're taught to sneeze in their hands.
Okay.
You don't. So I remember I was there and I was like, why do y'all keep doing that? That's nasty. And they were like, no, they teach us to sneeze in our hands. And I was like, you should dab that right now. Dab that.
So wait, so that you said it's bad luck for them?
No, they just are taught that.
Okay. Oh, wow. Okay. Well, to each their own, got to keep those germs separate. So we're going to answer one last, we got a few questions. I'm going to pick out of these three. Okay, no, this is actually a good one. Did you make up any of your own lines on the show? So did you improvise anything?
Yes, there's a line in this upcoming episode tomorrow where I say, "Who's the goober?" I made that up.
Wait, who's the goober now?
Who's the goober now?
So This is an inside. I haven't got to watch it yet. So this is what? So why that line?
We need to report somebody, apparently.
I know. People are getting out of control.
Hey, is he on my side? Let's see. I don't know if I can... Let's see how we can do that.
I know. Y'all gotta keep it cute.
Or put it...
Okay, period. And that's all the energy that we're gonna give to that. But, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so it was that line, and there was a couple other ones, but I only remember them after I actually watched them. And I'm like, oh, I improv that. They kept it.
Mm-hmm. That's super, super dope. I'm trying to think. Okay, I think that'll be the last question that we get from y'all. Someone said, though, LilyBit28 said, can you tell Adrian, thank you for helping me tell time today.
You're welcome, love.
I love that. And we'll do one last interview live chat question. Iron Woman, Cat from Spider-Man, or Superwoman? And that's from
Superwoman.
Andrew Brown Jr.
Ooh. I want to say Superwoman because, she's Superwoman.
Period.
Yeah. Spider-Man's cool and all. He's cool. But I'm going to say Superwoman.
Because why not? You know, the force is female.
Okay.
So, okay. And then you actually said, so I'll have one of my questions also too is, did you watch comics like that before going into this? Okay. Okay, so our game is who takes the crown. So out of these pairs of queens, which one would you choose and why? Okay. Did you watch Game of Thrones?
I'm currently watching it.
Okay, great. Because this is our first contender. Cersei or Maleficent?
First of all, what season is this person in Game of Thrones? Because I'm on 2.
So she's the baddest throughout the entire show. So the blonde hair, long hair.
Oh, Khaleesi?
Not Khaleesi. So the one that's Chad, I can't think of her. She's the mom of, I can't think of her house name though. Somebody in the comments come with it. But so I can't think of her house. But she is Cersei. She's dating. Jamie. Jamie, the one that Jamie is dating. Well, they're brother and sister.
The incest sister.
Yes. So Cersei.
Maleficent.
Okay.
Take it too long.
The thing about Cersei is she is the problematic fave of that series. So.
Oh, the Lannister. Okay.
Yes. Lannisters.
I don't like her at all.
The thing, I know, but she's
should have said something to her little tragic son, said behead Ned. And I did more than think, oh, this is bad. Yeah, do something better than that.
She's a mess. I'm gonna say that she will become your problematic fave. I'm not gonna lie. And she's dope. She's cold hearted and she's cold at the same time. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, so number 2. Queen Elizabeth or Cleopatra? Even though Cleopatra was a pharaoh, but we gonna take it into the queens.
Queen Elizabeth just celebrated her 94th birthday. Fun fact.
Listen, Cleopatra? Okay.
Yeah. Gotta go back to the motherland.
Yeah, okay, period. Okay, number 3, RuPaul Andre Charles, the drag queen herself, or Queen Latifah.
Oh, I'm gonna go with Queen Latifah because I worked with her and she's amazing. I worked with her on Star.
There we go. So Nala from Lion King. This is the last one. Nala from Lion King or Elsa from Frozen?
Nala.
Come on, Beyonce's Nala at that.
Yes.
Okay. Absolutely. Well, again, Adrian, thank you so much. Congratulations with everything that you've done. It's always a pleasure to talk to you. You're super dope and amazing. Stay safe. Any last messages that you want to send out to your fans?
Soul fam, I seen y'all was out here protecting me. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I love y'all. Homie, you're blocked. And guys, stay uplifted. We're gonna make it through this. We really are. And I can't wait to see y'all tomorrow. New episode Thursday, 11 p.m.
Absolutely. Turn up. Watch your girl. See you. Thank you so much again for joining us on Where's the Buzz TV. And we're signing out. See ya.